So I know there's 1,000 videos on how to do the Burger Motorsports cowl deletes. So you guys can go ahead and look that up. It's really easy. It's literally just some 8 mils, a couple of clips, and it pops all off. And then you just throw 2 more 8 mils back in there. But what I did want to show you guys today is what I'm doing with the rest of the stuff that's under here. I am coming from an M3 where I used to get pulled over all the time. So I'm trying not to have that happen. And with a car's engine bay that looks kind of like this, it's a little bit easier to tell that it's modified. At least the BOV is black, and I am going to try hiding that soon. But I wanted to show you some of the other things you guys can do to stay OEM looking. When you go dual cone intakes, you take off the OEM box, and that box will still pretty much fit over the same location, but I'm going to show you what I did to cut it. And that's it. As you guys know, if you've got one of these, there's these little bridges that stick almost the whole way up, and they're cross-hatched the whole way through. I took an air tool, which took a lifetime, but it's not this one. Looks like this. Oh, like that, but on a more aggressive one, and I just ate this whole thing up. Oh, what? Come over here. Hold up. Baby wants to play. Try not to scratch the paint too much. Okay, so what I was getting at is when you go dual tone intake, especially with the AFE, some of the other ones this isn't exactly going to work for, but for the AFE it works perfect, especially because they do give you this little heater core box. Is I trimmed out the inside like I showed you, and I trimmed up a little piece here. Works great with the Megan Motorsports engine crossbar. So I have it all lined up like that. I have this down on top of that, and then what I just did is I drilled a little hole in there. I attached all these to the clipping point that hold on to the original cowl. There's a third one there. And now I'm going to throw another zip tie that goes through here and goes through that hole. So this is going to sit tucked up like that. That's going to sit like that. And this will be my new engine bay. Pretty OEM looking. And that's kind of the idea. I'm trying to get pulled over. Like I said, I am going to try covering up the BOV. I don't know if I'm going to find another kind of canister or maybe try relocating it onto the intercooler piping or something. But you know, the OEM look is what I'm going for. This still works really good. You're still getting all the benefits. There's tilt in the front end right now coming through here, and these little fans. And then I'm still going to be hearing a ton of intake and turbo noise through the cowls. And there's still a gap in the back, so you can still hear air directly being sucked in through there. So that's my 101. Yes, you do have to crunch this a little bit when it goes down, but thankfully the Megan is pretty flexible. And no, since I cut everything out in there, none of the intakes get crushed. This is what the intakes look like after running it for a couple thousand miles. That one's just a little scrunchy down, but nothing, no damage, nothing affecting the actual flow of air. And again, this duct is still working like it's supposed to. So yeah, if you guys want to have a little bit of an OEM look, but with all the aftermarket full bolt-on pluses, and then I figured you wanted to see with it like all bolted up, and that's with the back zipped on. So, you know, cop off the hood, OEM's foot, and then I did get carb sticker, and I also did, probably should be for a second video, but I didn't take any video about it, so not gonna show it, but I'm just gonna show it. Diff brace from Burger, also super easy to install. You just mount those two after taking them out, and then you drill some holes with a drill bit at home. And then the only hard thing was getting a wrench inside to hold the bolts. I had to use a 1/4-inch adapter, 1/4-inch torque bar wrench with an adapter to a 3/4-inch socket, because that's the bolts they hired you. And then I used an impact gun on the bottom. But it looks pretty good, super strong. And yeah, super excited. So, Mivius. That's that. Car looks good, super excited. Hopefully it rips.